because insurance companies look at attorneys and see if they're willing to go the distance or whether or not they're just going to throw their bag down and run. One thing I'm frequently asked is, how does a person go about selecting an attorney for a brain injury case? Well, a brain injury case is very different than any other type of personal injury case, because we are not talking about a broken leg or fractured hip. We're talking about an injury that affects who you are. It affects what you can do. It affects your emotions. It affects your concentration, memory. It can have physical ramifications, and it could also have emotional ramifications such as depression or anxiety. So choosing a brain injury lawyer is much more involved because of the repercussions that it may have on your life. What I'd like to do today is discuss some of the questions that need to be asked when interviewing attorneys for your brain injury case. First, you need to know how experienced that lawyer is in handling brain injury cases. Is this his first case involving a traumatic brain injury, or has he handled many cases in this field? How successful has he been, or has she been, in handling brain injury cases? Have they taken verdicts in these cases, or do they end up settling most cases? It's important to know because insurance companies look at attorneys and see if they're willing to go the distance or whether or not they're just going to throw their bag down and run. It's important to know if your attorney is a member of a brain injury association to ascertain whether or not he or she has interacted with people with a traumatic brain injury and understands how these injuries affect day-to-day functions. You need to find out if your attorney will handle this case himself or herself. It's not enough to assign the case to an associate or a paralegal. Your attorney must be involved at all times in representing you. It's also important to look in your attorney's office to see if they have any books, textbooks, medical textbooks on traumatic brain injury, to see if they're keeping up with the literature. See if they have attended any seminars on traumatic brain injury litigation, and see if they even have taught these seminars. These are all important considerations in determining whether or not that attorney sitting in front of you is right for your case. Thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.